therapeutic effect.
Well, my friends, I want to talk to you about computers. Is your computer screen cracked or have a black screen? Is it slow to charge or does it exhibit abnormal battery drainage? Does your PC run slow or have keyboard issues? Well, then PhilComp Computer Center, located at 1690 Dorchester Avenue, is your remedy for all your computer medical problems. PhilComp Computer Center has been in the computer repair, upgrade, malware removal, and data recovery business for over 20 years. Whether your computer is a Mac or IBM based, give them a call. Their number, 617-265-1910. That is 617-265-1910. To solve all your computer problems, our good friends at the PhilComp Computer Center.
Do you want to live a happier, healthier lifestyle? Do you want to get rid of back, hip, and neck pains? Then look no further than Karma Don Yoga. Karma is an accomplished and experienced yoga instructor who specializes in total body restorative yoga. So whether you are young or old, short or tall, in shape or out of shape, Karma is your best choice. Check out her classes and times at karmadonyoga.com. That's karmadonyoga.com. Your body and mind deserve good karma. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is much, much, much harder than most people realize. But I'm having more fun than a human being should be allowed to have because I am alive and kicking. 844-249-5247, 844-249-5247. We're going to move from Today in History, which did not air live. I'm going to have to do that after the show is over. I'm going to have to do it myself. Well, these are the things that have to be done. And we're going to move to, the New England Patriots. And why shouldn't we? The New England Patriots are 9-2 now. 9-2. 9-2. How do we put this in perspective? Let me keep this phone next to me so I can see it because I've got my back to it a little bit. Yeah, how do we put this in perspective that the New England Patriots are 9-2? Because last year they were 4-13. Correct? 4-13. As a matter of fact, they were 4-13 the year before. So they have turned it around. And this Thursday, after defeating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Sunday, a top 5 team in the NFL, defeating them rather handily, now the phone's ringing. I got to figure out what to do with it. Hold on, keep going. Just let it ring, and I'm going to figure it out here. Yeah, so, okay. Slide down and press this button, I believe. There we go. And then I'll just slide this up. As soon as I find that tab there, phones. These boards need more light. That's what I think. How about that? Are you with us, caller?
Hey, Clay, good morning. How are you?
I have been better, Wayne. Yes. Yes, indeed.
Well,
much better.
Well, it seems like I owe you 2 apologies. One, starting with Mike Vrabel when you wanted him as the HC here for the Patriots. You and Kevin both talked me into that. And second, I owe you apologies about my beloved Boston College Eagles who are 1-9.
Oh gosh. The poor Eagles.
And they have.
But I'm glad you brought them up. I'm glad you brought them up, Wayne, because compared to them, I feel better than they do. They've lost how many in a row? I'm having a hard time today, but they've had some hard Saturdays.
And it's not going to get any better today with Georgia Tech because Georgia Tech have playoff implications, and I don't think they want to be the team that BC get their second win over. So it's not looking good for me today, man.
Wayne, what happened to the Eagles? I mean, they started off with such promise. They took the first game?
Against Fordham. I mean,
yes.
That was,
And it just looked like the sky was the limit.
well, it looks like a lot of our guys from defense are playing on Sundays right now, and that shouldn't be an excuse. We've been relatively close in a lot of these games. It's just too many defensive mistakes at the latter end of the game and turning over the ball when you're going for scores. That did not help us either.
You mean they turned over the ball again? I mean, what happened? What happened on the
And,
with BC? What happened with SMU? Because I'm not even
oh,
abreast of that. I've been kind of busy so far. But let me know what happened with SMU.
turnovers, interceptions, defensive pass interference. We just pick your poison, Clay.
So it's not looking good for Mr. Bill O'Brien.
Well, hopefully next year we'll get a good start again, and we'll have a better outcome next year because I think this season is a wash with today and one more game to go. So we'll see what happens.
You know, I'm looking up BC right now, and they didn't get beat by much against SMU. No, they didn't.
No,
No,
no, no.
no.
Again, a bad turnover, going in for a score.
Wait a minute. I mean, you don't consider 32 points bad? I mean,
Well, look,
I was hoping you were just going to rebut me on that one, that they didn't get beat bad. They got beat 45-13.
again, we were close in these
What are we
games,
talking
and then
about here?
for some reason, we just keep making those mistakes again.
Yeah, I'd say so. Let's see. They gave up 10 in the first quarter, 7 in the second, 14 in the third, and 14. I mean, SMU just ran away with this. They just hopped on the horses, just kept going. Yeah,
They look like the Mustangs that they really are.
they really
are.
are. Stepped on the gas, 45-13.
Hey, did this bye week come in the wrong time for the Patriots?
No. They could use it right now.
Okay.
These guys, everything that they touch turns to gold. It's like the Midas touch with the Patriots. I mean, against Tampa Bay, at the end of the half, when Drake May looks like he's taking a knee on the first down. I mean, they're down on the 2 yard line, and they're supposed to run it in, but I think there's still a minute and some odd change left on the clock. It looks like he takes a knee. Now, that is fortuitous. I mean, but is that what they plan to do? Because if that's what they plan to do, I mean, it came out right. But if they don't score that touchdown, which they had to go for on fourth down in inches in order to get that touchdown, I mean, wow, it's terrible.
I do have one question, Clay. Now, remember last year, Mayo said that Drake won the starting position, but they elected to play
Jacoby Brissett.
Brissett there. Yes. Now that he's having this success, is it kind of diminishing what he would have been without McDaniels, or is McDaniels kind of taking away some of his spotlight? Because again, this kid is a talent, and maybe Daniels is putting him in a better position, but his talent has really elevated the team. So do you think that Daniels came in at the wrong time and maybe taking away some of his shine?
No, there's no doubt that Daniels came in at the right time because this kid looks good. He looks great because of McDaniels. McDaniels is putting him in the right spot. I'm not sure who they had as an OC, but we can see how important it is to have a good OC, because if you don't, well, it doesn't look too good. It looks like it did last year. And Jacoby Brissett, for his for everything that he was maligned about last year, is having a great season in the place of Kyler Murray right now out for Arizona. But it just shows you a difference in the OC. If you have a great OC, which Josh McDaniels is, let's face it, everybody. Josh McDaniels is one of the top 2 or 3 OCs in the NFL. And he's proving it to you right now with Drake May, a guy who looked lost and confused last year. Now he looks like, he's a front runner for the MVP in the NFL.
So I'm going to let you run, but best of luck today. And I think the 1946 National League MVP was that Stan Musial.
Yes, it was Stan Musial, and I think you're catching up to our friend there as far as getting these questions right. So Kelly might have to watch out. You're coming up on him. You got him, Kelly.
Well, anyway, Clay, best of luck to you to you today. Let's go Eagles. Let's go Pats. Let's go Celtics. Let's get it on.
Let's get it on. Let's go Eagles. Hopefully. Have a good
I'll
one.
talk with you next week, Clay. Thank you very much.
Have a good one, Wayne.
Bye.
Yes. I'm getting the hang of it. I'll eventually have it all down, and I'll know exactly what to do. Oh, I did it. I got rid of the call. I did it. Fantastic. Whoa, I'm doing better than the BC Eagles. I'm getting some wins in here. These guys have lost 8 in a row. They're looking like the 2024 Patriots or the 2023 Patriots, whatever Patriots you want to say for the last 4 years, ever since Bill Belichick pushed Tom Brady out the door, they've been looking bad. And that's what the BC Eagles look like. They have been looking bad, B-A-D, capital B-A-D, bad. Okay, now where was I? I think I was on a little monologue about the Patriots. And the Patriots have looked good this year. As a matter of fact, they've looked too good. As I said, everything turns to gold. With Drake May, did he take the? Everyone's speculating. Vrabel avoided the question. Did he have Drake May take a knee on that first down play? Sure looked like it, though. And then have to go for it on 4th down and complete it with, 6 seconds left? Everything turns to gold. But, I mean, that's dangerous. It was dangerous, but it still worked out right. Going for it on 4th down instead of taking the 3 points is dangerous, but it worked out. Guys, there's been a lot of talk about the Patriots resembling the 2001 team. Now, before I get into that, let me just finish off the Patriots beating the Buccaneers, because 2 things have happened since last time we talked. The Patriots defeated the Buccaneers, and they defeated them in Tampa. And it was mostly because of their defense, I believe, that it happened, more so than their offense. The offense was okay. The offense was adequate, but their defense shut Baker Mayfield down. And not only did they shut him down passing-wise, they shut him down from running. And Baker likes to make a lot of plays with his legs, gets the crowd going, gets his team going, gets him going. And they kept him in the pocket and did not allow him to get out. They closed in on him instead of pass rushers rushing by him. So they wanted to keep him contained. This is a disciplined defense. And it showed during the Tampa Bay game. They were able to win. And then 4 days later, they took on the New York Jets. They took them on the Foxborough, but still, 4 days later, they're taking on the Jets. And they beat the Jets 27-14. And the Jets don't, it was 27-7. It looks a little bit skewed, that 14, that they got 14. I think it was with 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. They got that touchdown, which didn't do anything for them other than make it look as if they didn't get as beat. They weren't beat as soundly as they were beat, because they were beaten soundly. The game was never in doubt. Even though New York Jets scored first in the first quarter, they scored a touchdown. The Patriots scored a touchdown. And then after that, it was all Patriots. It was all Patriots. And something has to be said about the Jets. Now, before I go into how great the Patriots are, I need to talk about the Jets. And I do this because, I go on these boards where I see Jets fans talking about being a Jets fan. And I don't know why anybody's still a Jets fan, since they haven't won since 1969, which, gosh, is 55 years ago, 56 years ago. And they're not going to win this year, so it's going to be 56 years. I don't know why anybody is a Jets fan still. I mean, unless you like suffering, because the Jets look terrible. And though the Jets jumped out to that lead, like I said, it was never close. Trevion Henderson had 3 touchdowns. That's something else we're going to talk about. 3 touchdowns. Here's a guy who got no run whatsoever. Well, basically slim to none in the first 8 games. And in the last 2 games, he has 5 touchdowns and 100 yards this way, 100 yards that way. He's beating down the doors. We'll talk about that later. But the Jets couldn't stop him. Drake May passed over 280 yards. So they couldn't stop him either. Aaron Glenn and Mike Vrabel are both first-year head coaches. I mean, Vrabel has more experience, but this is the first year he has with the Patriots. So it looks bad for Aaron Glenn, and it should. He's totally inexperienced. He's in over his head. He shouldn't have this job. The Patriots are leaps and bounds ahead of the Jets, and nowhere is it more evident than in the records. The Patriots are 9-2. The Jets are 2-9. I believe that I have a call here. I'm gonna figure it out here. Oh, look, I was able to do it. But guys, I'm getting better at this. Let's try this. Let's turn the phones up and see who we got. Carla?
Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Kelly from Lynn weighing in.
Oh, my gosh, Kelly, I got you in on the first try.
I know.
Oh, my gosh.
You're doing good.
I don't know what I'm doing, man. This is fantastic.
You're doing a good job flying this plane. You're gonna land it. It's all about how you land it, though. You know.
I'm getting set for the landing. I think I have 22 minutes to land this plane, or 20 some odd minutes like that. We'll get it done. What you got for me, Kelly? What you got? What you got? This is all yours. This is open forum day.
To piggyback off of Wayne's call, when we're humbling and offering apologies. Yeah, me too. I had to had come down to that level because I quite wasn't giving Patriots this much credit. 9 wins. This is what I predicted them to win for the season. So in my eyes,
I think we talked about this. I think we talked about this, didn't we? And I predicted they were going to get more, and everyone else went low on it. So am I Nostradamus or something here?
Yeah, my hat's off to you. To give you that, congrats,
Kelly. Congrats. I think the problem is that I see Miami and the Jets as terrible teams, and I thought there was 4 wins there no matter what. So, going forward.
Yeah, but there is that lingering ghost team that has no identity, the Buffalo Bills. We don't know which direction they're going in. And we still got one more left with them as far as like the division.
Yeah.
That may I don't even think
they're like they're like that thing that's swirling around in the drain about to go down, picking up speed, the velocity.
Yeah, they got a good lead on them, but we'll see what happens. The season's still in full swing. So anything can happen in the sway the direction. So
yes,
but as it stands right now, the Patriots looking good.
Yeah,
they're playing well.
Yeah, they are.
And that the move with Vrabel, I liked it from the beginning.
I did too. I thought it was even better when he brought in McDaniels. I thought that sealed the deal.
But what's the deal with your favorite running back, Stevenson? Yeah, no, I mean,
yeah. Well, you remember what I said about Stevenson right at preseason? I said he should have been traded. I said, as soon as they saw what Henderson could do, he should have been. I don't even know. I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you, Kelly, for reminding everybody that I said after watching Travion Henderson shoot down that field like a lightning bolt in preseason, there was no need to keep Ramondre Stevenson around. He was only holding Travion Henderson back. And, yes, that proved to be right. But I think that was self-evident by anybody who saw that. I mean, saw Travion Henderson run. I mean, this guy. Yeah.
And there's a great way how Vrabel had did that. It wasn't like an abrupt decision.
You're right.
Stevenson fumbled, and he still gave Stevenson a couple of more bites at the apple.
He did.
And then gradually, now you got Henderson, who, I'm very impressed with this kid right here. He's a home run hitter. He's quick, shifty, just what you want in a running back. he just lacks the size of like really. I mean, he runs like he's a bigger back, but he just isn't. He'll lose a lot of battles weight-wise, but he's a really tough runner.
Yeah.
You look at him, so.
He's not going to win those battles in the NFL that he won in college. There's no way that's going to happen.
No. The best thing is to avoid them.
Yeah. Run, Forrest, run. Yeah, that's what you do.
Yeah. But I was trying to tune in earlier. I didn't get any of those trivia questions there. And
you didn't hear him?
I caught Wayne answering one of them. Is there another one up on there?
Well, I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna run you up on those because they didn't go over live, so I can answer again. You know what? What I'm even gonna do? I'm gonna give you the preface on the questions. You know, this one. I'm going to give you this. See if we can turn this up a little bit here. Today in history. Yes, today in history, 1967, November 15th, 1967, Carl Yastrzemski was named as the American League MVP. The American League MVP, everybody. And Carl won the Triple Crown. He led the league with the 326 average. He led the league in home runs with 44, and he led the league with RBIs with 121. He won the coveted Triple Crown of baseball, a status achieved by only 17 players in the 149-year existence of Major League Baseball. Carl Yastrzemski also led in hits with 189. He scores with 112. I mean, he just killed it, okay? So he was also the guy who powered the Red Sox to the World Series, where they faced the aforementioned St. Louis Cardinals and lost in 7 games. So my question is, who was the National League MVP? Who was the National League MVP of 1967, since Carl Yastrzemski was the American League MVP of 1967? That was the second question. And the third question is, on November 17th, 2017, 3 basketball players, LeAngelo Ball, Jalen Hill, and Cody Riley, were being held in Beijing, China. And Chinese, they had arrested them for shoplifting at a Louis Vuitton shop. That's neither here or there. It could have been 7-Eleven. But they weren't letting them go. And the NCAA tried to get them released. The NBA tried to get them released. And various entities tried to get them released. And they wouldn't do it. So President Donald J. Trump had to step in and establish diplomatic channels with the Chinese and have the 3 kids released. And I said that, well, no guy's been involved more when it comes to black athletes getting their names cleared or released. We have Jack Johnson being pardoned posthumously. Last week, we had the situation with Darryl Strawberry being pardoned. Then in 2017, we had these guys. He had to reach out and get them released. And these pardoned rappers, I don't even know if that's a good idea, but he's got them pardoned. But our question was, what is LeAngelo Ball? Because LeAngelo Ball was one of the 3 guys. What is LeAngelo Ball doing these days since he is no longer playing basketball? Hello, Kelly?
Yep, I'm there. Yeah, I got that one. All right.
And those are the 3 questions. Well, those are the 2 left.
Yeah, it's 1967. All I can say is 1967 was a good year. That was the year I was born. So
it was a very good year. Very good year of wine.
Yeah. I can't put the finger on that one. But the ball thing, I think he tried to embark on some kind of music career. When you have 2 brothers in the NBA, you have options to try to dive into anything.
And he did. He had enough of that basketball stuff. He says, no more.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this anymore. No more floorboards for me. I'm moving into, and you got it. He dove into rapping. I mean, what else do they go into?
Oh, okay, yeah. Exactly. I mean, he's set for life. Come on, set for life.
So, well, just stay out of those Louis Vuitton stores and you'll be all right, kid.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah. Let's hope his pockets are laced where he doesn't have to think about that now. Yeah, enough going on in the world.
Yeah, that's just being a knucklehead. Except you can do that in America. In America, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. You can do that in America, but you can't do that overseas. It could cost you.
Exactly. So I'll let you finish with your Jets analysis. So that's a dumpster fire over in New York.
Oh my gosh!
And I don't think are they ever going to get it right? I mean, there's like the like the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, it starts, and that's what we're going to get to. It's not, Aaron Glenn does not have the experience to be a head coach, and he's way over his head. But it's not his fault. I mean, just as management, you're supposed to know that you can't. This guy's been a defensive coordinator, but he might need a little bit more seasoning before you put him at the top of your chain. So.
The game they won, he took chances that worked out for him. You're gonna have flashes like that. That's gonna make you look good.
And then on the other hand,
I don't remember what game it was. Yeah, he followed the analytics.
Right.
I think so.
Yeah, and then then it can go bad. I think they beat the Browns last week. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, which two
who
dumpster
we're
fire
talking about.
two dumpster fire teams.
Yes, yeah, exactly. This is what we're talking about. But you got to like those things. If you see a game like that, those two teams that are playing each other, don't knock it. Watch it for the entertainment purposes on it, because they're always competitive games.
Did you watch
competitive?
Wait a minute, did you watch that game?
I did. Well, I tuned. I would have the Patriots on one screen fully to get to entirely, and then I would tune in through the red zones, to keep in tune with all the other games going on.
Okay, one thing before you leave, I got to ask you a question. When does rugby season start up? When do we get the the rugby season starting up this year?
Rugby season start. I think it starts up. It's a good question. It's just, I got rugby flowing. There's so many seasons. My daughter was involved in, but the main, the FreeJacks.
Yeah, the FreeJacks.
I think they're more like a winter startup, sure. Right. But I'll look into it and get that information back to you.
Please do.
And I think they're going to the spring.
We're ready to pump the FreeJacks. We're ready to hype the FreeJacks all the way to another championship.
Oh yeah, and I do recommend, because I've been to a few games. Great atmosphere. I do recommend going. Even if you don't. It just took me a while to get you familiar with the sports and the rules. Once you do, I mean, it's a very, very good sport to watch and getting into it. It's nonstop. And I remember when you had that gentleman on there, I had a question. I wanted to pose a question. If you're in a bar room, and there's a battle between 10 rugby players versus 10 NFL players, who are you siding with?
Wow. I've seen rugby. I might have to side with the rugby players, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too, because when you're talking about NFL players, you have to include the kickers and the wide receivers, and then I don't think they fare too much against. I was just measuring toughness, how tough those guys are. The rugby players, it's crazy.
NFL is more specialized, so yeah, you're gonna get some kickers and punters and some wide receivers, and then they're not gonna measure up to those guys. Oof.
Yeah.
All right, Kelly, I'll let you go. Thank you very much for calling. You made the day. You carried the program. All I have to do now is do my NFL picks, and I'm done. So I'm good. Thank you.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I'll tune in and listen. All right.
All right, Kelly. Bye-bye.
All right, Clay. Talk to you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was hard. Yes. To get this all going. And no, I don't think that this is something that I want to do full time. It's tough. But I have to thank my wife for texting me and telling me, hey, you're not live. Your restream isn't on. And this is after, we had a little disagreement this morning, but made up. So, it just shows you there will be disagreements in situations with your relationship. You have to heal it. And that was what the prayer was for. Heal your relationship, get it back together, and then move on down the road. Now, last week, as far as football picks, we didn't do as great as we could have. We were 9-4. 9-4, both Kevin and I. And that's because Kevin copied every move I made. Other than that, he would have been 7-6, and I would have been 9-4. But he got lucky. He stayed abreast with me, and we did all right. Actually, we pulled it out at the end because Philadelphia beat Green Bay, Los Angeles beat Pittsburgh, Detroit beat Washington, and Los Angeles beat San Francisco. So the last 4 games, we won. We surely needed to do that in order to get it as respectable 9-4, because there were some bad picks here. Turns out we should have taken the New York Jets to beat the Cleveland Browns. But who knew? Who's to know? Hold on just a second, ladies and gentlemen. We have another caller. Let me get to this. Caller, state your name and come on in.
Hello, is this the Amazing Grace Sports Network?
Yes, it is.
Good morning, Clay.
Good morning,
Wonderful
Kevin.
job. You're doing a great job.
Woo, man. I miss you so badly. I've never missed another man like this before in my life.
Well, you're doing a great job, and as they say, I've got 10 minutes to fly the plane, so I'll be brief. But I wanted to say hello, and well, the Patriots are rolling. There's no question about it.
I didn't
rolling
even finish
more
on
than
it. So
maybe.
finish it up for me. Finish it up. The thoughts on the Patriots as far as you go.
Well, I've got to tell you, going into this season, expectations were high. We talked about it at length here on the show before. But if you were to tell me at the beginning of the season or just before that, sitting here mid-November, heading into Week 11 of the NFL season, the Patriots would be 9-2 in the first seed here in the AFC. Well, I'm not sure to call you crazy, but I would.
Yeah, you would.
I would scratch my head a little bit at that.
Yeah, you would. You call me crazy.
And
you thought I was crazy for saying they were going to win the division.
I thought so. I didn't think at that time that the Patriots were prepared to dethrone the Bills.
Yeah.
But here we are. Here we are. And the Bills are just such a difficult team to figure out. They can go down to Atlanta on Monday night and lose. And then they come home, play the Chiefs well, beat them, and get beat up. By other teams that they're expected to beat. And,
Miami, they got beat by
last week out of nowhere.
2 attacks. Unbelievable.
And Mike McDaniel, head coach.
2 of the unlikeliest winners that you ever want to run up against. Yeah, they lost to them.
So, I mean, listen, this not just the division. I say the division is a 2-team race, obviously, but I will say the conference itself, the AFC, is wide open. You've obviously got the Broncos who are playing well, but
yeah,
I would say the Patriots match up better against the Broncos. And you've got the Colts who, as you know, I've been high on for the start of the year. They started to fall back to earth a little bit. I will say, though, Jonathan Taylor. If Jonathan Taylor can stay healthy and continue doing what he did, as you saw him last week in the early game against the Falcons.
That's not going to carry
Daniel Jones.
That's not going to carry him through a playoff. Running back is not going to do it.
Daniel Jones, who started the year off pretty hot, has cooled off, and Jonathan Taylor is picking that team up. And mind you, in a fairly weak division as well, though you've got Jacksonville and Houston who are still sticking around. So it's wide open. I mean, you got them, you got the Chargers, you got the Bills. You can never count out Kansas City.
Yeah.
So it's really shaping up to be a wild end here.
Yeah, but the Patriots at the top of the list with all of those teams. Yeah, they're right there with all of those teams. Yeah.
Absolutely. No question about it. And it's nice to see Travion Henderson, doing what we thought he would do, and maybe a little bit more.
A whole lot more. Far. But yeah, give credit to Vrabel for holding them back because maybe they wouldn't have lost any. They might have won both of those 2 games had he played. So we got to look at it like that. But when you're winning, and you're 9-2. Who could complain?
Yeah, exactly right. We're talking about games. That everyone the Patriots easy schedule, this and that. Well, yeah, again, they have had an easy schedule. Nobody's doubting that. When you go 3 games in a row against Tennessee, Cleveland, and Atlanta, that's a pretty easy schedule. But that being said,
I mean,
but that being said, in the tough contest the Patriots have had, they've proven themselves against and by the way, both games on the road against Buffalo Sunday night and then against Tampa Bay just last week. And the game that I think we're going to be circling on the calendar here is actually not the game coming up against the Bills at Gillette in a couple weeks here. It's the game in Baltimore, the Ravens and the Patriots here. The Ravens, who, yes, have a losing record right now due to a depleted team, are fighting to win the AFC North. And Lamar Jackson is back. I think the Ravens actually will win the AFC North and are better than the Steelers currently are.
Oh, yeah.
Aaron Rodgers was atrocious on Sunday night against the Chargers. Yeah. That's the game we're circling here to see, because that's going to be really great, huge implications in that one, too.
He face planted Aaron Rodgers. I think he has run to the end of his rope, and this is it for him. He is done. He showed you what he can do in the beginning, but he has no more left to give you. And with that, Kevin, I'll let you go so I can just get to these picks and just ride on out of here and see you next week.
Thanks, Clay. If I can just say just one more thing. I'm very angry this morning at the Major League Baseball Association. Aaron Judge was named the AL MVP over Cal Raleigh, the Seattle Mariners catcher. You know my position on that, but I won't. I'll save it for next week on the show. We're live in studio.
New York.
Well, New York has to win something. They've had a very tough couple of weeks.
Yeah, they have to give them something. Okay.
Maybe their new mayor has something to do with it. On that note.
Well,
on that note,
we have Mayor Wu in Boston. What are we going to say? I mean, can we actually look down at them? I mean, really? No, we can't. Okay, Kevin. I will see you next week.
Thanks, Clay.
Thank you for calling.
You're doing a great job. I'll see you next week.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Take care.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we had kind of a bad week last week, me and Kevin. Yeah, we went 9-4. We'll do better this week. And you know what? I need to pull that up so I can get to it because I have not yet made any picks whatsoever. I haven't had a chance to get in it. You know, we are in week 11 to hit this, to get it done. So we have Washington going to Miami and in Santiago Bernabeu. And they're playing the Madrid, Spain. Let's just put it that way. They're playing. Miami's finished up by 2 in this one. Okay, you know what? I'll take Miami. Miami, that down. Got to try to get this down here. So then we have Carolina going to Atlanta. I don't know what to say about Carolina, Atlanta. I'm inclined to take Atlanta. So let me just go with Atlanta on that one. Carolina. Who knows what's going on with either one? Terrible. Okay, so Miami, Atlanta. Yeah, I said Atlanta's terrible. Terrible. We have Tampa Bay going to Buffalo. This could be interesting. I am going to go with Buffalo. They've had a week off, so they should be ready. No, they haven't, but they're playing at home. Houston is traveling to Tennessee. Give me Houston. Chicago is going to Minnesota. This is going to be a game, but I'm impressed by J.J. McCarthy. I'm not impressed with Williams, but I have to go with somebody, and I'm going to go with Minnesota. Okay, what do we have left here? We got a couple of things left. Let's get to it. We have Green Bay going to play the New York Giants. Green Bay. Cincinnati. This is going to be another shootout before. Someone. I think Joe Burrow's back. Somebody should be back. No, also he's not back. I'm still going to go with Joe Flacco. Los Angeles Chargers, Jacksonville, Seattle Rams. Whoa, this is going to be tough. I'm looking for the Rams to take this one. Rams. This is traveling in Arizona. I'm taking Jacoby Brissett in the Arizona. Baltimore's traveling to Cleveland. Baltimore. Denver, I'm taking Kansas City. And Detroit is traveling to Philadelphia, and I'm taking Philadelphia. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Walnut Tree Service believes that in every tower and trunk and every window, the hand of God is us. Psalm 104 proclaims the trees of the Lord. Our Walnut Tree Service reads that as the Creator's encouragement to be good stewards of His Walnut Tree Service for trimming.
Unbelievable.
God is faithful,
Man, that was tough.
not only